There's one thing we have to talk about as we're entering 2025. And I know you're probably still reeling from turkey, gravy, giblets, if you eat that kind of thing. But seriously, though, there's one thing I want you to go into 2025 with. If you're a brand manager, if you're a social media manager, if you're a marketer, if you're overall in the business of creating perception, I need you to know one thing. This is going to hit you kind of hard. But let's get into it. You are not in control. There it is. The big elephant that's been sitting in all these rooms is finally outside. You are not in control, and I need you to sit and stew in that. You know why? Because I know when you're selling clients, I know when you're working projects, you are creating the illusion of control. You probably feel that is why you're able to land clientele if you're an independent marketer, independent brand manager, independent brand strategist, independent social media manager. But I'm going to keep it a bean with you, right? For those not understanding my language, that means I'm going to tell you the truth. You are not in control. All you can do is put the messaging in the universe with an aesthetic grace and brilliance that makes people understand your signature, which obviously should mirror the signature and the brand voice of the client, the project, the product, your personal brand, whatever that is. We can get into that obviously in other conversations. But what I need you to realize more than anything is that while you're operating across your strategic planning, while you're operating your strategy, and as you're hitting certain benchmarks and goals, start attributing it to the right reasons. Well, you might say, well, Rhett, what are the right reasons? Me and my team put together an amazing game plan. Me and my team are executing. We're seeing the results. The metrics are up, blah, blah, blah. We all know the game. We know how it goes. But what I need you to understand more than anything along this journey is that you, when you're looking at those metrics, have figured out one thing only: your tribe. Again, enter any project, client, your personal brand, your personal business, whatever's going on, whatever you're putting in the universe communicatively, you are trying to find your tribe. I call it tribalism branding. And the reason being is that everybody on the planet is in search of one thing: folks that they can relate to, right? Isn't that all we're looking for? Who understands my story? Who will say a, that's right kind of response based on the things you're communicating, the energy transfer? When you find your tribe, they respond in kind. A response in kind can mean following the call to action that you're leading the breadcrumbs to while planning out the strategy and then starting to execute, and then you're seeing the sales come in. Responding in kind can mean people showing up to an event that you've put the energy out there for, and the tickets are selling, or the RSVPs are moving quickly, or the demos that you've been seeking with those communications have started to file in the way that you want it. All that means is that you've understood the brand identity, the tonality, the voice structuring of your tribe. And it's not a perfect science. And even if you're getting the results desired, it's not a perfect thing. I want you to understand, if you're a branding professional, if you're a brand strategist, if you're a marketer, if you're any level of communications, the only thing you can do is build your tribe. And after building your tribe, you have to hope that other folks that are watching the tribalism start to identify themselves with that group of people that you're incubating through your messaging. That is all that's there. If you want to put any more stank and sauce on it, yes, we can talk about all the modalities of how you're doing this. But I want it to be very clear so that you understand what's actually happening within the energy transfer of your communication process. The tribe is starting to say, that's where I belong. That's where I want to spend my dollars. That's where I want to spend my time. That's who I relate to. I say that because whenever I'm marketing and branding, I'm not trying to get everybody, although that would be amazing, especially if the project is about financials, but meaning income exchange, currency exchange, me gaining income. But what I want to say is that at the end of the day, what I realized more than anything along my branding journey, sometimes it's okay to just have a slice of the pie that gets me and mine. You're not going to please everybody. That's an impossible feat. But what you can do more than anything is find your tribe, alert them that you're here, and keep the consistency of communication so that they know where to go to find the peace and solace that you only receive when finding like-minded souls, like-minded minds, and relatability.